what's going on? Welcome to Much on Demand. We got Weird Al Yankovic in the building. Come on in, Weird Al. 3 Grammys, a slew of gold albums, yes. Yeah. What's going on, man? How are you?
Doing great, thanks.
Is that, okay, right here, we're going to ask you to stand right there on the mark. Perfect. Yep.
I'm on the mark.
I wasn't sure how Lynwood, Straight Outta Lynwood, I'm not sure the greeting. Was that a Lynwood greeting there? That was a Lynwood? That was a Lynwood right there?
Yeah, there you go. You got
Okay.
That's it.
Straight Outta Lynwood. The album's in stores.
As we speak.
Yes.
How about that?
If you don't have it, go pick it up. And it debuted at number 10 in the Billboard charts.
My first top 10 album. Very excited about that.
Yes,
I
congratulations.
just found out a few hours ago. White and Nerdy just came on at number 9.
Oh,
my
yeah?
first top 10 single.
Okay, wicked. Now, hold on. As a kid now, were you guilty of being a little bit white and nerdy or no?
What do you think? Take a wild guess.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Lynwood.
Yeah, no, I had a lifetime of research to do that song. Yes.
Okay, nice. Now, on the album, you got a lot of parodies on here. Just to name a few. You got Confessions Part 3.
Right, because I wanted to write Usher's sequel for him, because I take him, he's a busy guy.
Okay, you got White Nerdy, which we just spoke about, as well, Trapped in the Drive-Thru.
My R. Kelly parody, yeah.
Okay, and this one you guys are going to love, Canadian Idiot.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, what was your inspiration on that track?
Well, I feel like I'm an honorary Canadian. I've spent enough time at MuchMusic over the last couple of decades that I feel like I can claim dual citizenship here.
Okay.
So I've done research for the cultural differences, and that song was written from the viewpoint of like an ignorant American and all the weird Canadian stereotypes. So I just wanted to bust that out.
Well, one of them's true. I've always dreamt of driving a Zamboni, so you got me there on that one. Yeah, I've always dreamt. I'm hoping to do that after Much.
Cool.
So, yeah. As well, how do you go about picking the songs you actually want to do a parody of?
It's just whatever strikes my mind. I watch a lot of music videos, and I listen to a lot of radio, and I keep an eye on the charts. So I've got my finger on the pulse. I always know what's going on.
But that's as well as I'm wondering, because it's so time-sensitive, these parodies, obviously. So I was wondering kind of what's your recording and writing process like?
Well, I do, my albums are half original and half parodies, so I do the originals first so they can kind of sit in the can for a while.
Okay.
And then I do the parodies at the last minute and try to keep them as topical as possible so it's not like old news when it finally comes out.
And the artist, it's crazy because when Chamillionaire was here, I said, you've really made it when Weird Al decides to do a parody of your song. And he was like all excited. It was the greatest thing. He was all excited about it.
Chamillionaire's been great. I mean, he put White and Nerdy on his own MySpace page, which I thought was kind of cool. And yeah, I've heard a lot of interviews that he's done. And apparently he says that I can, I guess this is good. He says I can flow and spit.
Yeah, he likes your spit. He likes your flow a lot. He was giving you a lot of props.
That's very nice, very nice.
He was giving you a lot of props. Now as well, You're Pitiful.
Yes.
That was a hilarious remake of You're Beautiful by James Blunt, if you guys at home didn't know that. But that song was released on the internet and didn't make your album. I was wondering why it didn't make the album.
Well, I get permission from all the artists when I do my parodies, and James Blunt was fine with it. He gave it his blessing, and we were all set to put it on the album, and we had a release date and everything. And as it turns out, his label, Atlantic Records, said, I think it's too early in James's career for a parody. We'd prefer that you not do this. So I kind of said, well, all right. And so it's not on the album, but if you go to weirdal.com, there's links to it. Download it, put it on your iPod, have a great time.
I was wondering, do you have to get permission, or you're just that's something you just do to be courteous?
Mostly to be curious. I mean, it's legally I can get away with doing the parodies, but historically I've always wanted to get the blessing of the artist, because if I don't want to step on people's toes. If they're not into it, I don't want to do it. And especially with a lot of rappers, you don't want to be involved in a drive-by. It's just not ever fun.
They could come up to Lynwood. You never know.
Yeah, Lynwood's a pretty dangerous place.
Yeah, very dangerous. And as well, we have an email question for you right here.
Okay.
This one, you might have heard this one before. It's from Yorkie in Burnaby, BC. Hey, Weird Al, I really want to know how you came up with the name Weird Al.
Well, Al is actually short for Alfred, so I just shortened it. See how that works?
Okay. What about...
Oh, the weird part.
Yorkie, the weird part. Yeah, the weird part.
That was actually a nickname I got in college. I was a disc jockey on the college radio station, and everybody had some kind of wacky air name like, Macho Mike or, Kooky Karen. And well, Weird Al, that works. Okay, fine. Okay. And it just kind of stuck. And
as well, you studied architecture, which I find, on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Don't I look like an architect to you? Come on now.
I don't know. Lynwood's a pretty rough place. I see you, sport some colors and stuff today.
Yeah.
You don't know. But how'd you kind of end up doing parodies and writing music and getting involved?
It just kind of was an accident. I mean, my third year in college, I kind of realized I didn't really want to be an architect, and I was on the campus radio station, and I was sending in tapes to Dr. Demento, making funny music, and I just kind of accidentally got a career. I got a cult following through the Demento show, and I landed a record deal 2 years out of college, and Still doing it.
Thankfully you did, because the music's great.
Thank you, man.
The music's great. We have a question over here, an audience question from Becky and Craig.
Hey, Becky and Craig.
Hello.
We love you.
Yes, we
Oh,
love
thank you.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna say our question in unison.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any artist you would not parody?
I don't think so. There's nobody that I would consider sacred or above parody. I think, we're all human, and I think we can all take a joke, and I don't think there's, it's not like a put-down when you do the parodies. It's really out of respect, and it's an homage, as it were. So the answer is no. I think anybody can be parodied.
Okay. Have you ever been turned down? Because I know there was a video you wanted to shoot with Eminem, correct?
Yeah, well, he was nice enough to let me do my parody of Lose Yourself on my last album, Poodle Hat,
Yeah.
but for whatever reason, this was kind of odd. He said that I couldn't do a video for it.
Really?
Because apparently a video would somehow take away his street cred. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Did you tell him
Did I tell him?
about yours? Did you tell him?
Well,
what
yeah,
it was
I
about?
told him I was going to do a video, and he said, yeah, no, you're not.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
That's shocking. Have you ever been turned down by an artist saying, you want to do a parody of a song, and they were like, no, I don't know.
Well, there's one guy that's over the years he's always turned me down. He used to be a symbol, then he got turned to a name, and I don't even know what it is anymore.
We don't know who he is right now. Now, a lot of people have said various things throughout your career, but a lot of people are saying now you're a musical genius or whatnot, which I've always thought, because it's not easy to come up with these sort of things. But in 2 years, you're eligible for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I think I'm eligible already.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, because My Bologna, if you count, that was a nationally released single. That was out in, gosh, 79, so it's been over 25 years. So,
Ooh. Okay.
It would be nice, but I think my chances of getting that Hall of Fame are probably just under Milli Vanilli's, just somewhere under there, But it's nice to think about.
I don't know. And as well, you've been with the same band, which I found staggering, for 27 years.
Yeah, same guys. John Bermuda Schwartz on the drums, Jim West on guitar, Steve J on bass, and
That's bananas to
They're the
have done
guys.
that in the music industry. How do you go about making a relationship like that work for 27 years?
We're just good friends. We get along well. They're all just real nice guys and real kind of down to earth. And we go on the road and we're in a bus, and it's like a dorm room on wheels. We have all a great time, and we love playing together.
That's wicked. Okay, we have another email question here. And this one is from Steve in Belleville. Thanks for sending this in. It says, how do you feel about someone doing a parody of one of your original songs? Still trying to memorize Hardware Store.
Well, I would be honored. Feel free. Be my guest. Looking forward to it.
Stevie, get it going, man. We have an outside question from one of our other VJs. Tim, what's going on up there?
Hey, what's up? I'm here with Matt. And Matt, you have a question for Weird Al?
Yes, I do. I was just wondering, Al, because your movie UHF stands up with the greats like Citizen Kane and Ben-Hur, I was wondering if you were considering doing a sequel, because it's probably like the best thing ever.
That's really nice, man. It's probably not going to happen, honestly. I mean, unless you're the head of a major motion picture studio and you want to fund it right now, that'd be great. I'd like that. But it wasn't a big hit when it came out in the theaters. It was a top 10 selling DVD when it came out. But unfortunately, they don't usually make sequels for flops. I don't know. They're crazy that way. What can I say? But thank you. I appreciate that.